Hi guys, my name is BrianKabella and thank you for coming to watch my new video about The Withering. So The Withering is a game that is being developed by CM Softworks. It was released on Steam on the 18th of December in 2015 after passing the green light stage. It is a post-apocalyptic survival horror simulation which has the basics of survival and the zombie survival games such as eating, killing zombies, and drinking water. Don't we all love doing that? It is an early access game, so it is obviously your choice whether you want to invest in it or not, just like any other game, but it has a lot of potential unlike other early access games, in my opinion. Again, this is all my opinion. It might sound a little biased, but I like the game, so it's whatever. It gets weekly updates and fixes, so you get new things every week, sometimes 2 to 3 times a week. And they fix a lot of game breaking bugs, which there isn't many of. I haven't seen one really. And minor bugs as well, obviously. The game is being developed on Unity Engine 5, which is a game engine in case some of you don't know that. But I like pineapples. And I may have mentioned that new features come out every week and there's something to look forward to every week. What is the backstory to the game, you might be asking? So, what happened is there was a horrible epidemic that wiped out 90% of the world's human population, which triggered a series of catastrophic events, laying devastation on an already dying world. So, an example of these catastrophic events might be radiation, nuclear reactors failing, and stuff like that, which leads to radiation and stuff like that, which isn't very nice, but what can you do? No one's there to care for those things, and So, right now they have two sites. They have Woodsfield, which was their first map that they had with the release of the game, and they recently came out with Skyway. Now, Woodsfield is a city map which has a lot of things that you can do. And Skyway is a map where you're on a bridge. It's pretty much a broken down highway slash bridge that has a lot of zombies on it. So right now they have about 6 melee weapons, 5 secondary weapons, and 10 primary weapons. They have different rarity levels of items, which I will have a chart on the screen right about now, and you can see what the different rarity levels are and the items you would want them because they increase some of your stats and all of the rarity levels of items, whatever it is, whether you have a green, it'll have slightly increased stats than a common, stuff like that. There are 4 types of backpacks in the game, starting with the smallest backpack, which is a simple backpack. Then they have the small backpack, the medium backpack, and the big boy of them all, the large backpack. They have 3 different types of zombies. Now, this is what I named them. I'm not sure what they actually intended their name to be, but they have the crawler zombie, which has about 1,000 health points. Then they have the tank, which has about 5,000 hit points, and the regular zombie, which I'm not sure how many hit points, but just aim for the head and you'll kill him eventually. They have 3 different types of supply drops. The blue is a humanitarian supply drop, which gives you food and water. Then they have the red, which gives you 1 to 2 guns and some ammo. And the green, which is resources such as wood, metal, minerals, fabric, stuff like that. The green will drop up to 3 resources, and there's a 50% chance of a supply drop spawning every time you go to Woodsfield. This game also has a camp feature, which lets you build your camp up and upgrade it and construct things such as living quarters to house your survivors that you find out in the world, storage units which let you put more items into your global inventory type thing. Then you have your radio tower, which allows you to communicate with other camps and possibly even trade with them. You have your workshop, which lets you fabricate things like screws, nails, and stuff like that. Then you have your kennel, which houses man's best friend, the dogs. But for that, you will need certain items, and you have your farm, which gives you 1 food daily, and yeah, or 2. I'm stupid, but don't worry about that. You will find all this information when you play the game. I will also be linking another video that tells you the basics of the game in the top right of this video. It'll be an annotation, just click on it and it'll take you straight to the video for more information. So let's get over to the rating part of the video, shall we? personally, I would give it a 7.5 out of 10. It is an early access game, but that is not why I'm giving it a 7.5 out of 10. I'm giving it a 7.5 out of 10 because the color of it is a little bit boring in my personal opinion. I feel like it could use a little bit more color, a little bit more hue slash saturation, if you know what I'm saying. The game is very gray in my opinion, gives me that boring feeling. Although it is a zombie apocalypse survival type game, I feel like it should still have a little bit more color. It's very faded, if you like. That's what I'm pretty much saying. But I will leave a Steam link in the description below to the game's store page, and I'll also leave a link that gives you the suggestion thing where you can post your suggestion and the devs will look over it. So, you know, it's up to you whether you want to support the game or not, but you can't judge a book by its cover. Even though this isn't a book, you still shouldn't judge it by its cover or its images. You should give the game a try, and maybe you'll like it, maybe you won't, but that's your opinion. But whatever. YOLO, right? You guys have a good night or day wherever you live. My name is BrianKabella, and I'm out.